Hello everyone, my name is Lakshmi Bharti, student of Journalism and Mass Communication. My topic for assignment is writing for TV, news bulletin, anchor leads, news features, journalistic documentaries. I have prepared PPT on these topics, but before this, I will explain in my words. So, news bulletin. A short news announcement concerning some ongoing news story, news break, news flash, bulletin, a brief report, especially an official statement issued for immediate publication or broadcast. The news bulletin is a short piece of information about breaking news. Some TV stations may oversee the news bulletin format for breaking news, sometimes every hour, but according to the Associated Press, the bulletin is usually 1 to 2 sentences announcing breaking news. There are 3 classifications for important breaking news: urgent, bulletin, and flash. Now, what is the work of anchor leads? An anchor lead referred to the person who is a news presenter, also known as newscaster, readers, news anchor, or simply an anchor, who present news during a news program on the television, radio, on the internet. They may also be a working journalist assisting in the collection of news material and may, in addition, provide commentary during the program. News presenters most often work from a television studio or radio studio, but may also present the news from remote location in the field related to a particular major news event. News features. A news feature is a kind of story that focuses on a hard news topic. It combines a feature writing style with hard news reporting. A feature in a longer piece of writing than news story. Features come in many different types and are widely used in magazines, newspapers, and online. A feature will often cover an issue in greater depth than a news story would do, or it might look at an ongoing story from a different angle. Journalistic documentaries. Features film and documentaries are part of the living history of filmmaking. They grow, mature, and change with time. The difference between documentaries and features film can be giant or small. Both bring forth unique visions of our world, our cultures, our lives and loves. There is more than one difference between documentaries and feature film. They each have distinct different in the style, content, and audience, even as the lines between them often blur. So this was my explanation. Now I will read it from my PPT. First, I have prepared on bulletin structure. So this here about original ideas of bulletin structures. So original idea of bulletin structures based on our choice of a young target audience. We had to base our structure and choice of bulletin to shape this. At first, a large amount of entertainment and sports news seemed to be what we recorded to focus on. Of course, other essential stories would be included as headlines, but a large occupation of our time would be surrounding famous culture, celebrities associated with the more modern audience. It is largely known the negative stories hold more interest. So, those who focus on stories that may not appeal to the younger audience must hold this captivating features. However, our stations must be local to the news on entertainment and sport must relate directly to our area. As it is, as it is though local news is preferred became it is more relevant. We decided to keep the bulletin short. A younger audience would not want regular bulletins. I think we will choose based on our research. This could change with those lacking information being a copy story. I think our bulletin will last about 3 minutes, an average time with which can cover important information without becoming boring. We are still thinking about whether at certain times to do longer news show, perhaps 5 to 7 minutes, perhaps twice a day. So original ideas, this the story structure, headlines, breaking news, perhaps something fresh and important, something also recent and important but not as much, political effects on the local area, a relation to education, coverage of a current event, entertainment news, a sport update. Research changes. Our research revealed that, as predicted, the younger audience wanted a short news bulletin and did not particular interest in the news. This means we have to make stories as relevant and interesting as possible. As breaking news was popular, this interesting, abrupt, and largely impactful to entertainment. This means we may have sport news to certain those who are interested, but it will be brief. International news was said to be irrelevant and not interesting. Local news was interested, whether weather is very popular for forward planning, and so this is essential to be included in our bulletin. Also, as expected, they wanted a short bulletin. The females wanted less sport news and more political general news and did not really care for entertainment. This and the males cared more for sports and entertainment but showed like interest in politics. Research changes. Story structures, sudden breaking news, interesting important news events, political news, coverage of an event, entertainment, sports, weather. News features. A news features explores an issue, tells a complete story, provides research and facts, goes beyond a single event, uses the writer as witness. A good news feature includes characters, descriptions, interviews, the logical process, come up with a story idea, outline the logical steps, create a draft, edit, and polish. Your style choices: inverted pyramid, chronological, the lead, not graph, anecdotes, the hourglass, news, story, narratives, news. Your news feature must have an interesting lead, a beginning, middle, and an end. A good concluding graph, focus. Create an outline. Remember your focus statement of the story you want to tell. Brainstorm the different angles or ways the story can be told. Choose one of the angles. Choose an angle, limited, clearly focused, a conflict, make it about people. Definition and theory. Documentary cinemas is a genre of representing the historical world. Documentary is a creative treatment of actuality. The world's first documentary was Nanook of the North, the story of life and love in the actual Arctic in 1922. Documentary filmmaking, film as a tool for ethnographic geographic research. Filming unscripted and unrehearsed human behavior, analyze of the other, medium to present research data for findings. Documentary film as a tool for ethnographic geographic research, filming unscripted and unrehearsed human behavior, analysis of the other, medium to present research data or findings. Film as a tool, observation, listening and inquiry, anthropological research process, unedited footage or film record, transcribed film text, differs from human perceptions, reflection of physical and social realities, Hazen's work principle. Documentary filmmaking, selectivity, angle, frame, focus, time, placement of microphone, etc. Rubin 1982 inspired by Thomas Kuhn and Clifford Geertz. Film does not convey reality. Pictures are a way we structure the world around us, not a picture of it. Personal, theoretical, and cultural biases influence the information we collect. They shape our filmed material. Taking up the camera is inherently subjective and selective point of view. I hope this PPT could be helpful. Thank you.